the second half, it felt like there were 6 minutes where the momentum swung from your team, where you were winning 1-0, to then being 2-1 down and a man down.
Yeah, completely changed the game. Unfortunately, we conceded 2 goals in very short period, a very short moment, and then the red card. And then I think it's very complicated to come back in the game. We try, but yeah, congratulations to them.
In terms of the red card, I'm sure there are Chelsea fans who will be a little concerned because that's the second red card that Nicholas Jackson has received in a little over a month for a challenge like that. And so what are your thoughts on it? Have you spoken to him?
No, to be honest, it was a red card, so nothing to say.
And then in terms of your side's performance, did you feel you deserve more from it, or is that result of fair reflection?
No, congratulations to them. I think they deserve to win. We try to do something different during the game, also for next season, for the future. But yeah, congratulations to them. Now we have one more game, and we're going to try to win the next one.
So sorry, just to be clear, would you say that the plan you had didn't work today then?
No, I'm not saying this. I'm saying that we try something new.
Thank you. Best of luck in the final game.
A very honest assessment there, I think, from Enzo Maresca. Interesting to hear he was trying something new, and I think it's safe to say from that it didn't work.
No, it didn't work out. Not at all. Whatever he tried,
what was he trying? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't see anything different from the way we usually play. You know, we play with the same system, same players. I just think Flamengo were much better than us today. They were first on everything. Like I said, they were first on every ball, every tackle. They wanted it more. They were chasing the game. They controlled the game. The pace of the game, it doesn't matter what it was. They were there. They challenged us, and they competed really hard. And for him to come out and say, you know, we're trying something new, I don't see anything new there. We were beaten by the better side today. We just need to say, congratulations, well done, we move on.
Does it maybe show the difference in approach from the South American, the Brazilian sides, that they are here, as you said, to win? They've been preparing for this tournament for ages, whereas maybe some of the European sides are using this as an opportunity to try whatever it is differently for next season.
Yeah, like as an individual player, they waiting for that moment, no? They're waiting for that competition. They're waiting for that show. Okay, I can compete against the Europe team, European players. No matter which competition I play, but I can show that, and that's why Flamengo step on the field 100% with like this ice is red to play, to hunting on a game. That's why every time they never give up. That's Felipe Luis said that. Okay, we're gonna play the same style. Like Flamengo play, every time attacking, go forward. Doesn't matter what happened if you miss the goal. Let's go, start it again. That's why he did it all game.
Regardless of whether Enzo Maresca was trying something new, will those 6 minutes of madness worry him? It went from Chelsea being 1-0 up to being 2-1 down and a man down. Is that a mentality thing? Does that worry him?
It's a mentality thing. It's also, that's why when you talk about that, you talk about leaders. You talk about leaders that can be on the pitch, can control, the game, control the teammates. That's what we had when we had the likes of John Terry, Didier Drogba, at the football club. When things were going wrong, we had the senior players that can pull everyone around and say, "Oh, listen, let's calm down a bit." I don't see that here. I just see players that are making mistakes, that are rational when they make mistakes. I think the tempo, we were talking about as well in the first half. I think we had about 3 or 4 yellow cards as well. They need to control their temper. And then when we're talking about that, Nicholas Jackson comes in and gets sent off. So it's just going from bad to worse. Hopefully we don't take this into next season.
Yeah, it's something that Enzo Maresca will surely want to sort out. But if Chelsea by 3-1, a reminder, Enzo Maresca's side were a goal up at the break. We can't quite believe what we've seen here. Cleverson and John Obi Mikel have watched this, and I think it's safe to say, watching this, we saw the contrasting emotions that football can bring. Of course, Brazilian legend, Chelsea legend. Let's start, though, with the Flamengo side of it, because that whole performance, particularly in the second half, was executed to perfection, wasn't it?
Yeah, what a performance, no? Everyone did a great job. I think Flamengo, the intensity they play, the confidence they have, they control the game. Even the game sometimes is a little open, but Flamengo is still danger. The subs, Felipe Luis did his work well, and then they deserve that result. I think that's a great result. That means a lot for Brazil, also for Flamengo, win that game.
Yeah, you talked about it, isn't it? I think second half he said he needs to make some changes, and he did that. But I think from the start of the game, they were the much better side. They controlled the game right from the goal. They controlled the game. They played well, tempo, aggressive. They were first to everything, not just possession. They were first to every ball, tackles. They showed that they really wanted to win this game. They outplayed us right from the start. And I thought, okay, are they going to keep up this performance in the second half? They came into the second half, much better performance. They totally deserve this way.
Let's get some reaction then from Flamengo. Felipe Luis has been speaking and giving his reaction to a stunning win.
Felipe, congratulations on the win. Everything you talked to me before the game happened. Flamengo didn't drop down. Flamengo played forward, and you guys got the win. Congratulations! And how'd you saw that match playing out?
Well, I'm really happy for the game. We believe since the beginning of the game, we believe that we had chances against them, and but I'm really proud because after the mistake of Wesley's mistake, the team didn't stop playing. So we kept playing, kept playing the same way we always played. So that's I think my heart is warm right now because of this.
Big players like big matches, so I just want to ask you quick about two players. Bruno Henrique comes in the second half and changes the game, and Danilo comes in for lower T as a fan favorite, and then he pretty much scores one of the game winners, but also play a fantastic match.
Yeah, Bruno is special, special. He is the player with most titles in the club history, and it doesn't matter if he play 1 minute or 5 minutes or 90, he always gives his heart. I'm really happy for him, and Danilo is huge. We have to enjoy these players.
Congratulations on the win. Thank you.
Gustavo Lopez with the questions there. You can feel the emotion, you can sense the pride. Let's take a look at just how they did it. A reminder then, Chelsea 1-0 up at the break, courtesy of that Pedro Neto goal. The 62nd minute was when the equaliser came, and this is where the kind of floodgates open. But what did you like about this?
I really like their way like Flamengo played, just because like they not give up, they still go, even like they not get it close to the goal, they still going. Look at that play. The position is perfect for Bruno Henrique. They come to the other side and the balls cross the box, and then they score. Bruno Henrique is a type of guy that never give up. They run every time. They busy. They try to accommodate their opponent every time.
Yeah, just before that, they missed an opportunity just exactly like that. But after that, this opportunity came by. He took it. They kept on playing. It doesn't matter. They knew they were a goal down, but they kept on playing. Kept playing the same way, and eventually, they got their reward.
From a Chelsea point of view, it's a question that has been asked a few times about the goalkeeper. Do you have any question marks over his decision making in this goal?
Of course, I've talked about him so many times. Sanchez, I don't think he's a goalkeeper that can lead us to winning titles. For me, I think if you need to win titles, if you want to become a big football club, you need to have a top goalkeeper. And for me, I've said it so many times this season, he's not that guy. He's not that goalkeeper. We need to go out this summer. We need to strengthen. We need to bring in a top goalkeeper if we want to compete in terms of winning titles.
OK, well, that was on the 62nd minute. Just 3 minutes later, Flamengo took the lead for the first time in the match. And it was someone that came into the side, someone that we actually spoke about, his experience being key. And on the big occasion, he steps up.
Yeah, Danilo, that's why Felipe Luis choice for him, He's a really experienced player. He can do a lot of stuff on the field. He's still in a good shape. And then when he's moved from outside, Bruno Henrique looks like nowhere to put the ball, And then he got in the second post and then he scored a goal. It's a beautiful work for Flamengo this game.
Yeah, it's just ball watching there. Corner kick comes in, back post. Nobody was smacking.
I feel like we're having to calm him down here in the studio. Believe it or not, this is the most calm that he's been for quite some time. And the reason that you got really angry, you know what's coming next, don't you? Yeah, you're meant to get cards on your birthday. I'm not sure that Nicholas Jackson was anticipating getting this type of card. 4 minutes after coming onto the pitch as a substitute, a reminder, new signing Liam Delap was given the nod to start for his debut this afternoon. This is Nicholas Jackson's response, and your response to it?
Unbelievable. Stupid mistake you can make. I don't know what was going through his head. You come into the game. You're, what was it, 2-1 down, I think, at that point. And you come in and your team needs you. We need to get back into the game, and he does that. He did that in the game, league game at Newcastle. A very important game where we need to win to qualify for the Champions League. He did that. He got a red card, and now he's coming again. He's done this. You can't keep making mistakes.
Do you think that's a reaction to maybe his frustration about not starting today?
I don't care what his frustration is. It's a football club. It's a massive football club, Chelsea Football Club. And it's about competition. If you're angry, if you're pissed off that Delap is coming to the football club and he's going to be the competition with you, you have to embrace it as a player. If you're a big player, embrace it. Because the only way we can be successful, we're going to win trophies, is when we compete against each other. If the competition is there, we can become successful together as a team and win trophies.
Yeah, lots of emotion, as you can imagine, in the studio right now, particularly from Mikel. So apologies for any language used there. We'll move on to the third goal, because that was probably just as frustrating. But let's look at it from a Flamengo point of view and what they did well, because the momentum was really with them at this point.
Yeah, Flamengo has the possession of the ball, and then they put the kids on the field. Look at the combination they have on the side. They get so comfortable after they scored the second goal and then the red card for Newcastle player, and then they go for Chelsea player. That's the day they have the opportunity. Look, they have a little luck on this one, but imagine for that kid to score against Chelsea in that moment. It's a brilliant.
Yeah, you create your own luck, don't you? And that's kind of what you felt they did in that game, because they were so impressive, so on the front.
Oh yeah, they kept going. They never gave up. They kept going. They kept playing the same way. And I like when the manager said there, not just the goals and the way, is the way they played. They were never scared. You know, they were control of the game. They were brave, playing out from the back, aggressive when they need to be, and that's so nice to see. And I'm so happy for Felipe Luis, the way he's turned into this fantastic manager.
Yeah, South American team still unbeaten, only conceded 2 goals in this competition so far. Let's get some more reaction.
People at home might be thinking, wow, first game away from the Premier League, and look at that, you had such an impact, your team had a huge comeback. What does this say about the level of Brazilian football?
I think it's a low for the game, how it was. There we played good football. We were really well on the pitch, and when we had to wait, we waited. When we had to press, we knew how to press, so we put them in trouble. We worked a lot on how we could hurt them, and we believe on what we do, and we trust each other, and we keep pushing all together. That's it.
Hurt them is what you do. You broke the hearts of your former side in Chelsea there. Talk to me about the message at half-time. You went in a goal down, and then there were 6 minutes of almost madness that went your way, where you got the equaliser, then you were on top, and then, of course, Nicholas Jackson got that red card.
No, I think we were really confident, and we know in these big games details make the difference, and then it was in one episode, but overall we were really good in the first half, so we were really confident and we kept pushing. We said let's keep pushing and do what we did in the first half, because it worked, and we need to push even more now, trust each other, and that's what we do.
Did you sense vulnerabilities in this Chelsea side when you went into the break?
No, we felt confident because we were playing good football, and we knew that we had to keep pushing in the way that we were doing. So we found those little spots that it could hurt them, and that's what
were those spots?
Secret. No, I'm joking.
Okay, well, you're in pole position to get qualification to the next round. You've got one more game to go. Thank you so much for talking to us, Jorginho.
Because they are in the middle of the season, they try to find the best way to play. But like I said, they prepared for this tournament a long time ago. The mental, there is completely competitive.
I'm also wondering with scenes like this, if we spoke about it pre-match, if maybe this can help it feel like a home game. All of those psychological factors, do you think they play a part?
Of course, like you said before the game, their fans are their 12th man, and when they're there supporting their team, pushing their team, and when you can hear that noise from your crowd cheering you on, it gives you that extra motivation, doesn't it? I mean, you just talked about us being thinking by this time of the season we're on holidays. No, this is a Club World Cup. It's a huge tournament. You have an opportunity to win another medal. It's a huge tournament. So when you come here in this tournament, you should put your mind that you're here to win the title. And every other team is here to do that. So forget about holidays. You can go on your holidays after this tournament, but once you're here, focus on the game, focus on the job, and win the title.
Okay, more reaction now to come from the Flamengo camp. Danilo speaking to Anita.
Danilo, what a game, what a comeback. We've heard about how frightening Brazilian teams can be. Each Brazilian team in this tournament is still unbeaten. What is the key to this Brazilian success so far?
First of all, it's a big proud of the Brazilian teams, that the job they have been made in this tournament, and of course our quality. I think we work a lot. We've been working a lot in the last weeks, and we've been showing on the pitch the good work that we've been done.
Let's talk about the result today, because you were a goal down. It's only at 62 minutes you got the equaliser. What was the message from the manager at half-time?
To keep calm, to keep playing. It can happen in the big game, you know. As I said before, the mistakes worth a lot in this kind of games, but we keep the mind focused on what we have to do in the game, and the result come to our part.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, reminder just what an important result this could be for Flamengo. They can seal qualification to the knockout stages if LAFC fail to win later. But we're kind of talking about this as if it's a surprise, because Chelsea came in as one of the tournament favourites. But we shouldn't be surprised, should we?
Yeah, no. I think that's a football, no?
Yeah.
That's football. I think
but it's also the level of football in Brazil at the moment. We're seeing it.
Yeah, I think the way the Brazilian teams take that competition, it's a really important. Yeah. They get, like you said, they get so seriously. They go for fight. They go for get in a final. You know, that's a really important mental the Brazilian team has for this tournament now.
Okay, we're going to take a short break right now here on DAZN.